Now, this is a topic I never thought I'd ever talk about on my YouTube channel, or I'd ever even start talking about it out loud. And it's the problem of not being able to cry. I understand this is a way bigger issue for men, and that's why I'm making this video, because I want to just tell any younger guys that are watching this, younger kids, whatever, that it's fine to cry, okay? I promise you it's okay, because you do not want the problem of not being able to at all. And it sucks when you're not able to at all, because I understand that you're probably going through the dilemma of, hey, I'm a guy, I'm a man, I'm a boy, whatever. I should not be that way. That's a girl's thing, whatever. And I understand that that's something that you're probably thinking. And I'm here to tell you it's definitely okay to cry, but also you don't want to cry too much, I guess. You don't want to be too much of a pushover. You don't want to be too sensitive, but it's definitely okay to cry at very major things that have happened to you. Let's just say somebody passed away. Let's just say you got your heart broken, whatever. It's definitely okay to cry at those things, okay? And maybe maybe a bunch of small little things that added up after a while. It's okay to just fucking let this shit out, man. Um, and I wish somebody had told my younger self that, because actually I got told quite the opposite. When I was probably 11 or 12, I was still a very sensitive kid. I was still a very sensitive boy. And I just remember like crying in front of one of my neighbors. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I generally don't remember why I cried, but I just remember what they told me. I remember being told, "Hey, man, basically they told me you shouldn't be sensitive. You shouldn't cry. You're too sensitive. Don't be sensitive. This and that, and no more of crying." And I was like, low key, he's right. Like, low key, why am I crying at so many things? So maybe I should just stop crying in general. Like, why am I crying? Well, why am I crying? And to a certain extent, he was kind of right, because I would kind of cry over a lot of things. Really, I'd cry over like jokes and stuff. Like, I remember I went to my uncle's house once I just remember going to my uncle's house when I was around that age, and he had like 12 dogs, shit ton of dogs, right? And I remember them all barking at me, and he was like, "Hey, look, they're laughing at how you look, how you look, whatever." Like, it was a joke, obviously, or I hope it was a joke. But yeah, I remember that, and I remember in that moment wanting to fucking cry. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why would he say that?" I don't remember if I did cry. I just remember wanting to cry, and I was just like, "What the hell? Why would he tell me that?" And then that was before my neighbor told me I was sensitive, or the neighbor's not here anymore, but like when they were here, they told me that, and I was like, Loki's right. I don't want to cry anymore. I don't want to be seen as sensitive. I don't want to be seen as a sensitive guy. So no matter what happened, I just wouldn't cry, even if something small, I wouldn't cry. Something big, I wouldn't cry. Somebody passed away, I wouldn't cry. A pet would pass away, I wouldn't cry. I'd be like, fuck that sucks, but I wouldn't cry. Like, I wouldn't be able to cry at anything. I wouldn't. And it was basically like that for years and years and years. Fast forward to my first breakup, probably like 2 years after that. That moment where I was like, all right, where I decided not to cry anymore. 2 years later, my first breakup, it hurt a shit ton, but I was like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna let myself do that. I can't be seen. I can't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to cry for somebody. I don't want to do that. So I didn't allow myself to. And instead of in the moment dealing with those emotions, I pushed those emotions to the back of my head, and I wasn't able to let go of this person, because all those emotions are still there. I haven't dealt with. I haven't pushed it. I haven't cried about it. I haven't just finally just dealt with that shit. Okay, they're in the back of my head, so that person would keep popping up over and over, and I'd try texting them every once in a while, like, "Hey, can we talk? Can we talk?" Just because I wasn't over it. I wasn't done with it. I couldn't just deal with it. Okay. Until eventually I did get over that person, because I guess, it was a break when I was a lot younger. So I did get over it eventually, because, like I said, I was a lot younger. But then my second relationship, which was a lot longer, that one, dude, I didn't cry over it because I couldn't. I couldn't at this point, when this relationship was happening, or when it ended. I was already too far gone. The crying, not allowing myself to cry. I was already too far gone. I couldn't cry even if I wanted to, and the same thing happened. Instead of just dealing with the emotions, letting it out, finally being done with it, just closing that door finally, I couldn't. So I was stuck in that person for a very, very long time, even after the breakup was over. Like, a long time, not a normal amount of time at all. Like, sure, you might be hurt for a couple of months. Hey, man, try years. Yeah, I guess like years. And I still think about that person to this day sometimes, but like not in the way of like, hey, I miss them, but I just think about them. And I just think about reaching out, and I just know it's a very bad thing to do, but I just think about them. I'm pretty sure, I genuinely believe that I think about them a good amount more than they believe about me. I mean, believe about me, think about me. I don't even think they think about me, but I know I think about them a lot more because I haven't just let that shit go. Like, it's done. Well, I know it's done, but what I mean by let it go is just know, like I'm never gonna talk to this person again, most likely. And that's like a thought I haven't just let go of. I'm like, I'm not stuck on them. It's not that at all. I'm not stuck on the ex. I'm not stuck on. I don't want them back. I know that's not a relationship I want at all. It's the thing on like I'm just stuck on like those emotions, like those feelings. So every time I think of those feelings, that person comes up, and then that's why I just think of them. You know, I'm not stuck on, hey, I want to date them or anything. It's nothing like that anymore. But it did take me a long time to get over those feelings, just because I didn't deal with them. I didn't, face them head on in the moment. I just pushed them back. So it took me way longer than it would for a normal person to just deal with those emotions and be finally done with it. Way, 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 way longer. And then after that, somebody, I'm not even trying to like trauma dump right now. Sorry guys. I'm just trying to like just tell you guys like why I have this issue, and why there's probably a lot of other guys that have this issue as well. Because when big things like that happen to you, I'm gonna say one more. Somebody passed away in my family that was very close to me when I was, actually no, two people. Yeah, it happened twice. Okay, but one stuck out a little bit more to me than the other, just because of what I'm gonna tell you right now. During one rosary that happened, it involves a person that was very close to me in my upbringing, my childhood, whatever. During the rosary, they played a video of them, and there was multiple like pictures of me with them, and I was like whoa, like I want to cry right now, and I felt the tears behind my eyes. I felt them. Okay, don't think I didn't, because I felt them a lot. I was like, come on, come out, just come out my eyes. I was like, come on, let's go. Like, finally, please just come out, please, finally. Like at this point in my life, at that point in my life, I was like I finally, I think I want to cry now. And then like they couldn't come out. But the bad thing is, when they didn't come out, I was kind of happy in that moment. I was like, okay, wait, good thing they didn't come out. I don't want to be seen crying, even though everybody around me is crying. I don't want to be seen crying. I don't want to be seen looking soft or looking sad or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, it's a funeral. Like, come on. I mean, it's a rosary. Like, come on. Somebody passed away. It's completely fine to be sad, and I was sad. But why was I thinking I don't want to look sad? I don't want to cry for them. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? And then after that, I kind of stopped thinking about it. I stopped thinking about it, and I'd say that was probably when I was like 16, and I'm about to be 19, okay? And, okay, fine, I was probably like 17, and I'm about to be 19, and near turning 17. And now I just stopped thinking about that until recently. I remember like 2 weeks ago, I asked my friend, hey man, like, when's the last time you were able to cry? Like, it was just a random conversation, a random thing I brought up on the way home. I was like, hey man, when's the last time you cried? And he's like, like a week ago. I just watched something and it made me cry. And I was like, oh really? I'm like, do you cry that like pretty often, or it was just like a one-time thing? He's like, nah, I know how to deal with my emotions, let them out. I don't cry too much, but I cry, gonna like whenever I need it. I'm like, wow, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. What about you? When's the last time you cried? I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Probably like 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. And he's like, well, now it'd be now it would be like 6 years ago. And he's like, what the? He's like, bro, that's not good. And I was like, damn, man, I completely agree on that. I completely agree on that. Trust me. Okay. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if because recently I don't know what it is, but like 2 days ago, not 2 days ago, why am I saying 2 days ago? Last night or yesterday, that's when it all just fucking like wanted to come out. Like I was sitting on my chair, and I was playing a game, and then out of nowhere, just a bunch of fucking thoughts just came out, like, while I was playing the game. Maybe it's because, like, some sad songs were playing. I don't know. I was playing the game. I just had Spotify on. And just some sad songs came out of nowhere, and a bunch of different, like, emotions came out. It's almost like, think of, like, the back of my head as a vault, okay? And every single time something bad happened to me, a bad experience, bad whatever, losing somebody, whatever, okay? Just a bad thing. It's like every single time something like that would happen, I would just throw it into the back of that vault. Throw it. Nope, not gonna think about it. Not gonna deal with it. Sure, I'll think about it a little bit, but I'm not gonna think about it completely. I'm not gonna deal with it completely. Let's just throw it back there. Let's just throw it back there until eventually that vault has finally gotten full, and that shit fucking bursted open. Wait, Is bursted a word? Burst open? Whatever, you know what I mean. It just, the fucking door swung open and everything flew out because it got too full. I haven't dealt with any of these things, and I genuinely feel like if I was able to deal with these things in the moment that they happen, obviously I wouldn't be thinking about them as much as I do now. I don't think I think about certain people as much as I do now. Definitely people who don't deserve me to be thinking about them as much as I do, you know? And it's just like, damn, like, I lost friends that have done me wrong. People have done me wrong in general. And I've just never actually took the time to just fucking process that shit, I guess. Like, sure, it hurts in the moment, but then after the moment passes, I'm like, yeah, let me just forget about it. So I've never been, able to truly, fully just process everything that's happened during these events. And it sucks, because then it causes me to go back to certain people, and I still think of them whenever these events pop up back in my head, and go text them. And when I text them, I know, I'm like, holy shit, maybe I shouldn't have texted them, because, like, why am I texting them, you know? Do they deserve me right now? Do they really deserve me? Ding ding, the answer is no, they don't deserve me at all, okay? But the point of this video is not to talk about that right now. It's just to talk about not being able to deal with these emotions and crying, and finally just process that shit and be done with it, okay? Because I know if I was able, not being able to process these things in the moment just leads to more problems, and it's something I'm trying to do. I honestly tried my hardest last night, and I couldn't. I ended up just falling asleep. I couldn't. I tried playing every sad song to get every sad thing I ever thought of, like a lot of sad things I've thought of. Like, there was like a talking stage that happened to me like a couple months ago. I don't want to say one, because if they're watching, they're gonna know who I'm talking about. But if you're watching and you're smart enough, okay, whatever. But there is a talking stage that happened, not too long ago. That shit fucking hurt a lot. But I wasn't able to cry about it. I wasn't able to cry about a lot of things, and I really wish I was. Like I said, last night, I thought about that person. I thought about other things, and I just couldn't cry. So I genuinely feel like it's gonna take something very, 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 very sad for me to be able to cry, or I might just be able to cry with. The only other way I might be able to cry is if maybe I watch something, but I've already tried that a lot, and it never really works. Or maybe just being with somebody and talking about this with somebody else actually with me. I genuinely feel if somebody else could just like talk about this with me, I'd be able to cry. But I don't know. I do feel like the next time I cry will be with somebody. Hey man, they're gonna get a fucking show, but I really hope it's fucking like from like love or some shit, just like tears of happiness. It would be nice to have my first tears be tears of happiness first, because I know once those tears come out, I'm gonna want to just release everything else in the moment. But it'd be nice to have tears of happiness come out first. But yeah, guys. So the main reason I made this video, okay, just tell you guys that it's fine. It's something that you need to do as a man, as a whatever. You need to do it, because it's gonna bite you in the ass later on if you don't. So I just don't want you guys to be like me. This is something I'm trying to get through. I'm just trying to finally be able to. I know the second I'm gonna cry. I know the second it happens, I'm gonna feel so much better. I know I will be about all these things, because in that moment I'm just fucking let it all out, and I'm gonna be so much better. I know it. So just please, if you're younger watching this, understand it's okay. But like I said earlier, you don't need to do it over everything, but it's fine to do it over, big things or whatever. Maybe a bunch of small things just gets to you after a while. It's fine. So don't be like me, please. Don't. I know those other guys that go through this, they may tell you that, hey man, it's not cool to cry, but hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, they probably don't really truly believe that. For example, like my dad, he's like the type of guy, that's like, hey man, you can't cry, whatever. But I know he doesn't really believe that, because he cries sometimes. I see him. I'm like, if it truly wasn't okay to cry, you wouldn't be doing that right now. So even the toughest, the guys that say that, there is gonna be a point in their life where they want to cry. Okay. So please don't be like me. And for the people that are like me, I understand what you're going through, and it sucks. But yeah, guys, gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best tonight. I don't give a shit, man. But thank you guys for watching this video. Longer video. I'm sorry. Next video is not gonna be sad. Okay, I'm not gonna make this sad video like this. I want to make different content for once. I want to make something nice and funny. Okay, but yeah. I hope you guys have an amazing day. This video is actually gonna come out on my birthday. Wow, such a sad video. Such a sad video to come out for my birthday. But yeah. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Peace, and yeah, peace.